What do you think about number 12?
See, like he's got the energy, but like I feel like every time he takes like one too many touches, and at this level, he's gonna get.
Good. Okay, so blue line. Okay, the first blue line here where the cones are.
Coach Mike is one of the most decorated coaches within his league. But what makes this even crazier is that this isn't just a normal league. This is the United Premier Soccer League, which is widely regarded as the hardest semi-pro league in America.
What are your thoughts on the session so far?
It's looking good. I'm excited.
Into them, was it end zone game or something?
Yeah, so they need to connect 3 passes in the end zone.
The UPSL is by all means extremely difficult, I believe, once you get to the round of 16 and beyond, because there's such a multicultural presence in the league.
I'm Russ. I'm from a different country, came from Kazakhstan. Now I'm playing soccer over here, went to college in Northwest.
So I just heard, like, not even a minute ago that he traveled 2 months ago from where exactly?
Gambia.
The UPSL isn't just a normal league. The reason why it's so difficult is something that's very unique to America, because there's a lot of different semi-pro teams and semi-pro leagues around the world, but there's nothing like the UPSL. Because the UPSL has the most amount of diversity within its soccer players and soccer teams, meaning that if you stick with the same strategy as a team, you will not go far at all.
Yeah, the one has...
Because every team in the UPSL has a completely different style of play. You're not just playing against the American style of soccer. You're playing against different cultures, different communities, and different countries' style of soccer. And that type of talent, diversity, and skill of play is found nowhere but the UPSL.
That's it. No,
Like that.
no, mate.
Mate? What is that? What is it?
Argentinian drink.
Oi. See, that's where he gets his specialty from. It's secret sauce.
So today's a big day for the city of Bellevue in the state of Washington, because it's the official invitational tryouts for Bellevue Athletic, where certain players all over the country and some players all over the world have been invited to. But just because they got invited doesn't guarantee them a spot on the team.
You woke up this morning. What did you think? Were you a little nervous? Were you?
I woke up, I was nervous. I got that gut feeling, I was like, ugh.
So what challenges do you expect to face today?
Well, I expect to play like a lot of bigger, faster, and kind of more technical players. So it'd be hard to keep up with those kinds of players like that who are much smarter.
I'm just trying to make the team and be a better player overall. Bellevue Athletic's a really good club to play for.
So as you know, this is one of America's hardest semi-professional leagues. What are you doing in preparation for these tryouts?
I think preparing mentally is one of the biggest things to do, and then obviously physically too. I go gym, I got a bunch of other stuff I do outside of this.
A lot of the viewers and a lot of people, like even I, like we struggle a lot with like the mental part. I feel like the physical part is kind of the cutoff. Like if you can't beat it physically, then like you're already out. But if you can like maintain the physicality, the mental part's the part that most people struggle with.
Exactly.
So what do you do to develop that portion of it?
I usually meditate.
Okay.
And I also, outside, I'm a believer. I'm a Christ believer, so I read the Bible too, and that helps me also mentally.
It's an exciting day. We got a whole bunch of guys out here, back from the open tryouts, so everything's really intense. Not every team makes it to the national round of 16 back-to-back years, so we're planning on coming back next year and then going to the championship.
Number 14? Number 14?
What up?
Let's test him. Let's test 14, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see what he's got.
I did not realize how intense this was. Those people, if you mess up once, that's it.
Being in the hardest semi-pro league in America requires a much different version of evaluation, because over 200 people have showed up to this.
There's a ton of people out here today. It's going to be tough having to select a few of them. Do you as a coach feel a little nervous, or do you feel like how does that make you feel?
No, excited about it because it's such a great opportunity of making your team better.
This selection process is extremely important for Bellevue Athletic because not only is the whole entire coaching staff there, but they also have multiple evaluators giving their feedback as well. And the reason why is because the UPSL is so diverse with the type of people in it that as a coach and as a team, you need to understand how that puzzle piece will connect and fit within your team. And that's one of the things that make the UPSL so unique because no team is the same.
All right, Brian. Let's talk. Talk to me what you're seeing. Who's good, who's bad?
Well,
Is there anybody here that you would just like get rid of in a heartbeat?
probably 5, at least.
Give me a few. Point them out.
Guy over in the yellow with red shoes.
Red shoes?
Yeah. I probably wouldn't take Tim.
No, right.
Right. If we're just talking skill level, I haven't seen much out of the tall guy in the green shirt with the beanie cap, with the fancy shoelaces. I haven't seen much out of him. But this guy here, he's trained with us a little bit. He's coming around. This guy right here, he's good. He could definitely, I think, come out and give us something. Big kid. I think he's the right back anyway.
Okay.
So he would be good.
What do you think about this one? White shoes.
Haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Black pants or
White shoes, black
shorts.
shorts.
Right here.
The Colombian
Guy in the
kid.
orange kid right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Peter and Jason like him.
They like him?
Yeah, he was.
He's good on the ball.
He's got AirPods in.
Where is he? Which one is that?
The beanie.
The beanie guy has AirPods?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Does anybody have him on their list?
Knee picked.
I didn't. We didn't.
He advocated for him.
At this point, it was make or break for the players. Time was ticking to make an impression, but there was a problem.
So I'm going to ask you a tough question right now. With the green team right now, who do you think's the #1 player that you've been watching?
I haven't been able to really spot anyone, yeah. Right now, the truth is I'm looking to see who has a better idea how to actually use the ball with the teammate in proper order.
Like the creativity?
Yeah, creativity, and not being able to just run into the player. Okay, when you are 20 and above, you are developed by then. Now you have to start thinking of strategy. Soccer is a very strategic game. It's not just playing.
I feel like a lot of people miss that. You know, they think that it's just about
You
the
just play the ball,
physicality.
yeah. You just physicality and so and so. If you play like that, like I said, sometimes it might work, sometimes it don't. That's why you see yourself deflated sometimes when you play with teams that actually have a skill.
Okay, time! Guys, please pick up the cones! Pick up the cones! Take pennies off in yellow here. Red, you guys can keep it, eh? Only if you were in this field. Yes, orange and yellow.
At this moment, Bellevue Athletic have seen enough from certain players, and some tough decisions were made. But that also meant that some of these players' dreams of playing in America's hardest semi-professional league was about to be over.
Hey, non-pennies on this side, yeah? 14, 15, 25, 23, 19.
And just like that, it didn't matter how far you traveled or how much you prepared, your time was up. A little over 180 players were cut, and only 22 players were left.
Make sure we get 8 from here. So I think,
Yeah, I can tell you.
because he can play left back, he can play right back, so that's nice.
All right, so the keeper's in the field now. It's his time to shine. Let's see how he does. Okay, nice. He looks confident on the field. He feels like he's taking charge, and based off of the evaluators, it seems like what they want. So, crossing my fingers. Hopefully he makes it. It's pretty competitive, especially with the keepers. There's a lot of keepers trying out. This is crazy. They're about to select the people right now.
All right, we need everybody in, guys. Let's go.
So yeah, first, thank you so much for coming, guys. I really appreciate your effort here. I'm very happy of what I saw.
Now, we just want to make sure you're aware, and I think we'll kind of make the announcements today about who's going to make at least our preseason squad. That doesn't mean a formal offer for the entire season, but it does mean an offer to come train for preseason. We will say it's going to be a limited number of players. We don't have a lot of spots. A lot of players are returning from our championship team. And we're getting a lot of fantastic people that if they don't go pro or stuff like that, we may have them available to play that are here evaluating today. So just know it's a really tough roster to break into, but we want to give the right people that came out and did their best today and shown on the field. We're going to give you the opportunity to show yourself in preseason. So Mike's going to announce who's going to be on the preseason roster.
This was where certain players made it and certain players didn't. And it was tense.
The talent here was fantastic, right? But for unfortunately the talent, the first squad is full of top-class players, right? We've got professional players, D1, D3, you name it, right? What the players should expect is to first grow personally and professionally. You're gonna get better. And if you don't make the actual squad, it's just a lessons learned, right?
You guys selected around 8 people to join the preseason, not even the first team. This is just like the next step of the evaluation process.
Yep.
How are you guys going to prepare for that? And like, what are you guys going to look for those people?
Now we want to see them in our environment. Now we want to see them in our daily week and see how they look next to the current players in the roster.
You know what's wild?
What?
There were like over almost like almost 200-ish people. I don't know the exact amount, but there was like almost over 200 people.
Wow.
And every single one of them wanted to be in your spot, and you made it.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
That's pretty wild.
I was a little nervous out of all the people out there. I was like, dude, I hope he makes it. And out of all the people that made it,
Yeah.
you were one of them.
It's all glory to God, all glory to God.
It wasn't only just a one-day tryouts, there's multiple days of tryouts, and it's crazy, you made it. How does that feel?
I feel good, but then I need to work harder because the first team's obviously way more difficult.
I feel blessed, thank you. Yeah.
I heard there was like plus 200 people or something, and only 8 made it, and I'm one of them. It's a crazy number, and I'm very humble myself that I made it. But it's only a step. I still got a long way to go, one long way to prove myself.
It looked pretty intense out there, so were you a little nervous, or?
Coming into it, just a little bit nervous, but I know my potential, so I'm just glad to, impress the coaches and, make the team.
What do you think it takes for those people to really stand out? Because there's so many people out there, so many people out there, and for some reason, and I'm sure you know the reason, but like for some reason you're able to be one of the people that stood out.
Yeah, I'll say to you guys a couple things. Coaches in this kind of level, they love consistency. So it doesn't matter if you can make a great pass 60 yards, great to score a goal. If you're not constant to pass the ball 10, let's say like 4 out of 10, like it's not good. You have to make it 9 out of 10 to be in this kind of level. And secondly, I want to say, like I said earlier, it's really underrated, like preparing mentally. You have to be coming before the game, and when you go to sleep last night, you have to come prepared mentally, because it's a big step and it's really underrated here.